guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today we have another fab video from the 100 Days of Junk Journaling Ideas. Now this is a collaboration run by Rachel and Bella Crafts, and it has been going since the beginning of March, so we're not even halfway through yet. So I hope you've seen some of the projects that people have been doing, because they are fabulous, absolutely amazing. So lots and lots of ideas. So if you are stuck for any ideas, please go and take a look at these videos. All the links will be under the video, and if you pop in hashtag 100 days JJI, you will get all the links to all the videos that you can see on YouTube. So fab. So today I have got my little piece of paper here. We are on the 13th of April, and that is week 7, and I am going to be doing collage and layered elements. So that is my sort of prompt, I suppose you would say, for this collaboration, for this video. I'm going to show you what I have been doing. So I'm using some of Rachel's papers, and I'm also using some of my postcards, because I think they work really, really well together. Now, what I'm doing, I'm going to show you this one. I'm doing it's sort of a collage and layered together. I have got my little postcard underneath, and I am sort of layering a little sort of like frame around the picture. With bits of fabric, bits of paper, bits of lace, and I just think they are just perfect. So you've almost got sort of like a three-dimensional sort of like look to it, but they're still quite flat, so they still fit into your journals lovely. So that is one that I did, and I've just popped some tea stain paper on the back. This is another one with a little fairy on it, just beautiful. So I'm just collaging and layering up these little layers of paper and fabric on there. These are some of the little flowers I made the other day, but they are beautiful. And this one I have made a little sort of pocket from Rachel's papers. Now there are a new set of papers, I forgot to say, there's a new set of papers this month, and they are just fabulous. They're sort of like more botanical sort of papers, but these are the ones that I picked out, which are beautiful, and they work so well together with my journal cards. So this has got a little chappy in there, and again I've got lace and papers and everything in there. So I've just sewn around the outside and stuck it onto the little envelope, and that can be sort of like a little floating one to go into your journals, or you can you know, pop a little gift in there, a little card. It's like a little envelope. You could put a little card in there. So fabulous. And then this one, which I'm going to be making an envelope today. Not an envelope, a tag today. This is Rachel's papers. This is another one of my cards, and they are just beautiful, aren't they? I think it just works so well. And this one I've actually made into a little pocket. So that will just slip in there. So we've got a little hidden pocket in there as well. It looks like it's quite flat on there, doesn't it? But can you see they've got layers of lace and paper on there, little bows, and also love them. I think they are just so pretty. So what we are going to do, I'm going to show you all the bits that I've got. I've got the paper here. This is one of Rachel's papers, so I've just cut that out to a nice giant tag. I have another one of her papers here as well, which I'll probably make a pocket with, but they are just beautiful and they go so well. I also have these cards. Oh, I've got a sale in my shop at the moment because it's my birthday week. So it's my birthday on Wednesday. It would have been my beautiful mum's birthday on Tuesday, the day before mine. And it was my son-in-law's birthday yesterday. So we are having a lovely sale in the shop. So do pop over. These are these beautiful collage cards that I've got, which I love. You get these in 2 different sizes. So you get it in this size, and then you get it in these sizes as well, which I haven't cut out yet. But these make beautiful journal cards, don't they? So you got the portrait and landscape. So thought I'd give you a quick peek at those. Let's pop these over to the side out of the way. Oopsie daisy. And now the decision is picking one of these to use. These are already collaged up anyway, but look at that, it's beautiful. That's a lovely little one for Easter time, isn't it? And our little bunny there. I had one which I thought, this one, look at this one. This is beautiful. I do love fairies. So, oh gosh, room on my desk, so I'm going to take this one. I have a little bunch here, a little pile of lovely little yummy bits of fabric. I also have some paper here. This is some of Rachel's paper as well, which I cut off to make the tags, and it all just matches in so well. So easy peasy. All we're going to do is layer up paper and fabric. So a nice collagey layered effect. So I've taken some strips of paper. So you want ones which, you know, pick some paper that will go with your picture. So I want one with this, without the white sort of bits on there. I've also got some coffee stained paper on there, just to break it up a little bit. So I'm just going to stick it on. That's all I'm going to do, and then we can cut around it in a minute. So I'm going to stick, let's just pop a little bit of glue down here. I am going to do a little bit of sewing, but obviously you don't have to. I'm going to leave it so it's a little bit open. So I'm not going to stick it right up to here, because just in case I want to sort of like pop in a little bit of fabric under there at the same time. But I'm going to pop a little bit of this on as well. They don't have to all go in the same sort of direction. You could have them a little sort of on the wonk. But this is a great one. I'm sure you have piles of paper, scrap paper in your stash, haven't you? I can guarantee. Now I'm going to use little bits of lace in there as well. And I'm going to stick this down with a little bit of 3-in-1. Just because it, oops, I've got my little butterfly hanging up there. So I give him a little bit of a wibbly wobbly. I've got him hanging on my camera stand. Let's pop on there, like that. So pop a little bit of lace on there. So it all depends how much you want to put on there. Let's get another piece of paper. Oh look, I've got a little bit of what's it called? Music paper. Is that going to be enough? I'm going to pop a little bit of this on there. I'm going to pop a little bit of a 3-in-1 on there as well, just because it's going over that fabric. So look at that. Looks a little bit messy, doesn't it? Let's go back a bit. I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to just snip that off. And I think it just frames these pictures so lovely. So it's another sort of way of making a frame as well, isn't it? Can you see? We can use those bits in a minute. Look at that. Doesn't that look nice? Let's take these pieces. Oh look, that's all stuck together with my glue. Now again, these ones have got sort of like nice bits on, so we don't have to sort of cover those bits up. You can just pop a little bit onto here. You don't have to cover it all up either. Just, you know, pop on what you think is right. Like that. That can go on there. You've got a piece of paper here. What did I do with that? I had Rachel's paper on. There we go. See, these work really nicely together. So I'm going to pop it round this way, but I think I will put, I just need to tear this off a little bit, just so we've got a little scruffy edge to this. Find it easier to sort of like hold it with some pliers than my fingers. There we go. Shall I add a little bit of ink to this one? Again, I'm just using the vintage photo for this, but if you've got a pretty pink ink or something, it would look lovely, wouldn't it? So that can just fit on there. Pop the lid on. I'm trying to be a little bit organised today, but what's a little bit of cheesecloth there? I sort of try to clear my desk a little bit, because I get so messy, I get so untidy on here, and I have all sorts of bits and pieces all over the place. Look at that, little bit of cheesecloth on there. There we go. So guys, have you made journals through this collaboration? Have you made lots of lovely things on there? Because they are just got some beautiful, beautiful things that people have been doing. Projects. Pop a little bit of glue on there. Stick that over. I think these would look lovely on the front of a journal cover, wouldn't they, as well. I'm going to take a piece of this and just put that over there. Let's ink that up. Put that across there, just that little tiny bit at the end, at the edge, onto there. There we go. I'm going to just cut these little bits off. You can leave it to dry probably before you cut them off, but I just want to show you what it looks like so you don't think I'm making a big mess. But I just think they look so pretty. All the little bits that I'm not going to use, I am going to throw away because I end up with so much bits, so many bits. Look at that. It's just so pretty. I'll do a nice close-up at the end so you can see a better view of it. So this is some lovely lace which will look lovely around the roses, wouldn't it? Let's take this around. This is the lace I was making my little shabby hearts with last Saturday. Yes. So those are just sort of leftover bits that I had. So let's just, which way round? I think it sort of goes like that. That can go on there. Wow, should we have a little bit of a pink piece of on there? That looks quite nice, doesn't it? Actually, we've got like a little round bit here. Almost like a little flower. We could probably pop that on there. Would look nice, wouldn't it? Let's have a little bit of 3-in-1. I am going to sew around the edge of these to keep them on. Oh my gosh, look at all that gooey glue. It's upside down. That can just stick there. That's lovely. I'm liking this little flowers at the bottom, so I don't think I'm going to put anything on that bit. But I am going to just add a little bit more to this, just down the side. Just maybe needs something, doesn't it, there? So I'm going to just, where's my glue? Where's my glue? Let's use this one. Just a little bit down there like that. Maybe a little bit of lace. Oh, you can get so carried away with doing these. Let's pop a little bit of lace on there as well. That's a great way of using up your little bits of fabric. Fabric and lace, isn't it? Let's chop this off. Down there. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Look at that. Oh, let's chop this bit off as well. There we go. Oh, beautiful. I think we need a little bit of shiny on there. I think we need a little bit of, look at that. We have to use this. I use this all the time. It's just my favourite. I think we'll have a little fabric-y corner up here, I think. Oopsie daisy. Let's take, oops, just a little section of this and pop that on there. What do you think? A little bit of shiny. There we go. My glue's gone all gloopy. Like that. And then I will, in a minute, I'll make another one. Look, I got glue stuck to my fingers. I'll make another one in a minute and then I'll sew both of them together. I don't literally, not literally together, but I will sew them both at the same time. Lovely. Now I'm leaving this open. Look, I've left that little bit open there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tuck something in there. Let's use, I've got a little bit of the pink sort of cheesecloth there, so I think I'm going to take a little bit and just tuck it inside, just so we've got a little bit sort of poking out like that. So let's get the 3-in-1 because we are using a fabric. Pop that inside. I need my little pokey tool. I think, oops, look at that, that just got stuck to my glue tip. Take that and just tuck that in, just so it's poking out like that. Squash that down. Look at that. So that looks really pretty, doesn't it? So that's just sort of like poking out through there. And that looks lovely. I love it. So I'm going to leave that one as it is, and then in a minute I will sew around it. Shall we take another one? Let's have a look. What have we got in here? We can have, look, that's a beautiful flower in there. Little boy. Oh, I quite like that one. That's quite nice, isn't it? But then again, that one's quite nice. Well, let's go for this one because it's nearly Easter, isn't it? So let's have the little rabbit. Okay, let's get some papers. I've got this one, which is one of my prints, my little jelly prints, which is quite nice, isn't it? So that's quite a nice blue because it sort of like goes in with the purpley flowers. Then we've got this one, which is sort of like the colour of the little roses on the other side, and it's got some blue in it, so we will have a little bit of that. We will have a little bit of just the plain. Look, we've got a lovely dragonfly up there, so I don't really want to cover you up. I'm going to glue this down. I'm going to actually ink this little bit. So you can have, if you've got some like just some portraited photos, which actually I do have some in my shop, you can just use those and, you know, stick the actual portrait picture onto another piece of paper so you have room to collage around it, which would work really well as well. Oh, I want to go sort of, let's do it like that. Should we put this piece in? Oh, look at that. Lovely. Once you've done it a few times, you'll get used to sort of like adding bits of paper. I know, look, these don't look like they should go together, but they do. I think collage is quite a difficult one to do because you want to try, it's you know, it's our thing where you have to collage. You think you should be putting the same things together, if you know what I mean. Colours and things, but you don't have to. You can do it however you like. Just try mix and match things. Mix it up and then put other bits in there. I'm going to leave that little bit open so I can stick a little bit of something in there, a little bit of fabric or something. If you trim these off each time you do it, we'll get a sort of better idea of what it's going to look like. Yeah, I'm going to leave that little dragonfly there. What should we do? Let's pop you on that bit, I think. A little bit of glue coming down there. Stick that down. Let's have a little bit of this. I'm going to, let's just put that all the way down through there, I think. A little bit more glue through there. Nice little blob of glue. Oh, I'm going to ink this actually. Let's just add a little bit of ink. Like that. Make sure that's open just a little bit so we can pop a little bit of fabric or something in there in a minute. I'm going to cut these off so we can see what we've got. All these little bits that you're cutting off, you could make little clusters, couldn't you? Little clusters, paperclip clusters. Or I might keep them because my next collaboration one, which is not until the end of next month, which is very, very right at the last bit, all of these bits, I'm doing all the leftover bits. So that's going to be my collaboration for next time. So I think maybe I should leave all these bits, shouldn't I? And make something with all the little bits and pieces. Okay. Which way do we want this? I want to tuck something under there. I'm going to pop that down. Shall we have it all on one? I quite like it straight, actually. Oh gosh, that goes my scissors on the floor. There we go. Go down. Gosh, I'm so clumsy. Let's pick them up. There we are. Oh, I do like these. I do like these. Now, let's have a little bit of music paper, shall we? We could put this, actually. Just a little. He looks like he should be playing some sort of instrument, doesn't he? I'm going to put a little bit of glue in here. Don't want to do it that way because it's upside down. I want a little bit of a jaggedy edge on here. So let's just stick that on there like that. Love it. Right, we need something down the edge. Shall we have something a little bit flowery? Shall we go back with the blue? You could use a little bit of, that's stuck to there, but I quite like that. Could stick a little bit of this blue around there, couldn't we? Just a little hint, or maybe at the top. So it's sort of like, because we've got the blue there, we want to sort of try and balance the colours a little bit. So let's just put that in there, like that. Lovely. There we go. So yeah, so you might have some papers left over from what you've been working on in the collaboration. So this is a good one because it will probably then blend in with all the other bits if you're making a journal, won't it? I'm going to pop that down like that. Let's pop a little bit of fabric or something. Oh, look at this. Has a little bit of leftovers. That will be nice tucked in there actually, wouldn't it? What should we put on? A bit of lace. That's a little bit too big. Let's go back in with some of this, I think. That's quite nice, isn't it? Okay. Oh, I keep putting this up the right way. I need to keep it upside down because we are running out of this glue. There we go. Where's the lid? Let me pop this upside down. That on there. A little bit more over the top. And then I will put this on there like that. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. And then we will just, oh gosh, chop these little bits off. Oh, there we go. Down the side. Pop those bits to the side, get that lace out of the way. Gosh, I've got lots of little bits and pieces. Look at that. Doesn't that look nice? It just works so well, I think. Right, what were we going to do? I've got a little bit of rosy fabric here. That would look nice tucked in under there, wouldn't it? Let's just, oh look at that, that's fabulous. There's me glue, a little bit of fabric glue. Pop that in there. The other thing you can do as well, which way round did that go? This way. I'm going to put a back on this, but if you feel that your bits aren't quite stuck down enough and you sew on a sewing machine, you can always add a few little stitches through here. Do you know what I mean? If you feel like that's not going to be stuck down well, and then put the back on it. I'll show you how I put the back on things in a minute. Let's just add, oh, not that one. Don't want that one. We want this one. Paper to paper glue. There we are. Right, I think I need a little bit of something in here. A little bit of fabric, I think, in this side. What should we have? We need something. Oh, here's a pretty one. That's nice, isn't it? Let's put this. Let's just tuck a little bit of this in there. I'm going to cut that down. Which bit should we have it? Did I stick that down too hard? Oh no, yeah, it's a little bit. I think it's going to have to go in under the blue bit. Let's pop it out of the blue bit. Let's move this out of the way. Let's just open up that a little bit. Pop a little glue in there. Take my little pokey tool. That in. Oh, look, we can sort of ruffle that up a little bit. Oh, that looks nice, doesn't it? Just stick that down. There we go. Then those two sort of like fabrics work well together. Just chop that little end bit off there. Look at that. Isn't that just lovely? Nice lead collage. Absolutely perfect. Right, that's all I'm going to do on those. I'm going to take this one here. I'm going to move all of my bits of paper. So I've got a nice big mess over here. Because I'm going to just bring my sewing machine over. Let's pop the lid on that so we're all done up nicely. Put these bits on here. So I'm going to sew on these. Let's kick all my papers. Nice big jumbly mess over there. They can go over there. I'm going to take my sewing machine, bring my sewing machine in. Let's just see a little bit more. You can just see this little bit here where I'm going to be sewing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to, I think, do you think that's going to be all right? I might just do, like I said, a little stitch. I've got some just some creamy cotton in here, so I'm just going to do a quick stitch down through. There we go, with my scissors, just to make sure that that is on, that fabricy bit is in there. So that's what you can do, just sew a little stitch through there. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a piece of coffee stain paper. I'm going to pop him on the top, and then I'm just going to sew around it, just so we've got this as a backing on there, like that. There we go, that's lovely. I will cut that one out in a minute. Now I've backed this one on some tea stain paper because I'm going to use this as a journaling card, but I'm not going to back this one because I'm going to pop this one on that little tag. So I'm just thinking of whether I should put something across the top, because I would like to use it as like a little pocket as well. So maybe I'll use just a little bit of this cheesecloth, just to make it a little bit scruffy over the top like that. But I do want to fold it over like that. I'll cut the rest off in a minute. Let's just fold that over, and I'm going to just sew across there. Chop that bit off. Let me get my big scissors. Let's turn that over like that. I'm just going to just cut that bit off because we don't need the big bit, like that. Chop that off, and then look at that, that looks lovely. So that's sort of going to be the top of the pocket. So let's go down through here and then just go all the way around. Okay, so that's lovely. Let's just pop our sewing machine to the side so it's a little bit more room. But look at that, I think that just looks so pretty. And it's a really lovely little fairy on there as well. Let's just chop those little bits off. Look at that. So that's just the back, and then that's the front. We can probably pop a little bow on there, couldn't we, in a minute? Let's cut this one out like that. So this can make just a lovely journal card. There's obviously no point in backing them if you're going to stick it onto something. I put this on, but you know, you can put them on as little journal toppers. I think would look so pretty. Oops, there we go. Look at that, just beautiful. Let's pop that over there. I'm going to get a little bit of ink and just, oopsie daisy, ink around this one like that. So I've got a little bit of ink on the edges, and I just think they are fabulous. I'm loving them. Look at that. Just a really nice different idea for a journal card, isn't it? Shall we just ink around the edge of this one as well? And they are flat. They're pretty flat. So it's not giving you a great big bulky. If you put big bulky bits of fabric in there, then obviously it will do. But, you know, you don't have to add fabric. You could just use the paper. But I think because she's like a little fairy on there, you needed some sort of like delicate sort of like bits of lace and shiny and things like that we like. So let's pop that to the side. I'm going to take, not that tag, we want this tag, don't we? So I'm going to just leave him as he is because he's lovely, so we can pop him to the side with all our lovely ones there. This is the lovely paper from Range. Let's just have a little quick ink around the edge. I'm going to sew the back on this as well. What I should have done is actually just sewn that onto the card, shouldn't I? That was a bit silly, wasn't it? I think that's what I did with my other one. And then put the backing on. So yeah, sew it straight onto your tag and then put the back on. But I can just stick that on. But how lovely does that look? I think the papers work so well, don't they? They look so pretty. So guys, I am going to then, before I stick her on, I'm just going to sew around this onto there because I would like to sew around it. So that's what I'll do. That's what I'll do quickly. Bring up my little machine in, my lovely machine. I do love my sewing machine. Don't know what I would do without it. But obviously all of these things can be done without a sewing machine. You just use a nice glue. Okay, so there we go. That was nice and quick and easy. Let's just snip that off. Pop that to the side. Cut our little tag out. Like that. Oh, it's not a little tag. It's a nice big tag. So these are fab, aren't they? So this is the whole size of the paper, the whole height of it. So I got 2 tags out of one piece of Rachel's paper. Like that. Take goes to the side. Look at that. That's just so pretty, isn't it? So we can stick that on. We need a little bow, don't we? What can I use as a bow? Wait a minute. I've got my little box here, which I was using downstairs yesterday, making little ruffles and things. I think my video went on yesterday with making my shabby one. Look at these. So you can add all these little bits to it. Actually, that would look fab, wouldn't it? These little bits. Oh, maybe I'll add a couple of those in a minute. I was looking for some. This is silk. It's embroidery ribbon, which I purchased. Actually, I got this off Temu. I know lots of people don't like Temu, but you know, all of these little bits I think are lovely. So this is a beautiful silk ribbon, embroidery ribbon. So I'm just going to do a little bow. I'll pop the link under the video just in case you want to have a look. Very inexpensive. Look at that, it's so soft. I didn't do a very good bow, did I? Let's pop that. Oh my gosh, there we go. That's better. Let's pull that down. Pretty little delicate bow. Just like I popped onto the other one. And I think it just needs that little dainty touch on there, doesn't it? I'm going to leave these long. Just pop that onto a little slant. You get 10 meters on this. It's only 4 millimeters wide, but oh my gosh, it's so soft and so pretty. So delicate. I think it's because it's so feminine, isn't it, when things are very delicate like that. Right, pop that to the side. Let's stick this on with a little bit of 3-in-1 down the side. But like I said, if you're going to back your tag, sew this directly on. That's what I did with the other one, but I completely forgot. I completely forgot about it. About what I did. So let's just take that. Pop that on there. Lovely. Look at that. So pretty. Oh, I need a little bit of glue. Just make sure that's stuck. Just a little. Oops, you're going to come out. Little blob. Oop. Little gloopy blob. Pop that on. Just like that. I'm going to put my glue gun on actually. Just for a minute. Because I want to stick these ones down at the bottom. But I think they will probably stick on. Oh, that's not very level, was it? There in the middle. They'll stick on better with glue gun than they will 3-in-1, I think. Oh, too much glue. Oh, but how pretty is that? Isn't that just pretty? So, so pretty. Does it look quite dark in here? I don't know. I can never tell. Right, let's pop a little eyelet in the top. Shall we pop an eyelet or shall I just pop a little flower? I think I might pop a little flower. Again, get my little thing out. I think these will work really well on there. That's perfect, isn't it? Shall we put a little flower on there? Or 3, or 2. What do you think? Oh, a little cluster of flowers. That's what we shall do. Little flower cluster. And then we've still got a little pocket in there to put some bits and pieces in. Do you think 3 will work? Or should I just put 1? Maybe we'll use a little bit of cheesecloth. Where's that cheesecloth gone? Oops. I do like pretty things. I do. I think we all like little feminine things, don't we? So let's just scrunch that up. Oh, lovely. And then that little bit of cheesecloth will go with what we've put on here. Let's get my glue gun over. Let's get all the gloopy bits off. Do you think that looks like the middle? so, doesn't it? That's just a nice little, bunch that up a little bit like that. Take our little flower, pop our little flower on top. Oh, look at that, that's pretty, isn't it? There we go. And then take our little ones of these. Showed you which way should we put it. Maybe I'll pop it on this side because we don't have anything on this side. That's what I'm going to do. Pop that little triangle. This is, I showed you how to make this in the flower video, so I'll pop that video down below as well, the link. They're sort of, it's like you would make a little flower, but you don't join the ends, you just leave them out. Do you know what I mean? You're drawing that background if you wanted a little flower, but I quite like them just sort of like that. Now this one is a little bit bulkier. Shall I just pop the glue on? So this would probably go on the outside of a journal, I would have thought. Okay, should we pop a little bling on there? See, I'm getting carried away now. I need a little gem on there, don't I? Because look at that. Oh, doesn't that look lovely? Okay, 2 seconds. Should we have one of these? Look at that. Little bit of bling on there as well, guys. Can't resist. Can't resist a little bit of bling. There we go. So it's definitely a lead collage elements on this one, isn't it? We've got lots of things going on here, but that looks just so pretty. Little flower at the side. So there we go, guys, and then we've got a little pocket there. Where's this little card? That would fit in. So that's got a nice big pocket that you can pop a little journaling spot or something into. Oops, lots of glue strands. But loving them, absolutely loving them. So let's just put those to the side. Let's move these out the way. So all the links to Rach and Bella's new paper packs are under the video. They are absolutely beautiful. As you can see, I've used them as the backgrounds on these, and they just work so well. Where was the other one? This, oopsie daisy, oh my gosh, I'm dropping everything. That was my journal card. This was one of the other papers, which I am going to make a pocket with. I'll make another pocket like this, because that's really, really simple. I actually did the slot at the back because I didn't want to ruin this bit. I think that looks really nice. But I love it. Love, love, love. So there we go, guys. A lovely, lovely collaboration. So my title, or my prompt, was called Collage and Layered Elements. So there we go. I think we did pretty well on there. So these are all lovely layered up. Nice journal cards. Nice little tags. Little pockets. So I think we covered it quite well on this one. So a big, big thank you to Rach and Bella for inviting me to do this collaboration, because I'm absolutely loving it. I will pop all the links down below so you can have a little scoot at everybody that's been before. I think I'm number 44 now, so we are not halfway through. So there's lots and lots and lots to go through yet. So do keep an eye out for all the other videos. So thank you so much for joining me. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. All right, guys, bye-bye.